Hi guys, Steph here. Right then, who remembers this pen from a pen haul from a long time ago? Yes, as you can see, nice pen, little bit tired as always, bit dirty, just needs a little bit of TLC. And after the TLC, here we have said pen. As you can see, comes in a Parker Duofold box. Unfortunately, the end there to the box is missing, but hey ho, for a vintage pen, well, I think it's seen some time. Inside, let me show you what we've got inside. First of all, we've got the Parker guarantee. Oh, says he, little bit fiddly. So there we go, Parker guarantee, the Parker Pen Company, Bush House, Strand, London. And then at the back there, it's got a little bit about nibs and about the holders, sacks, etc. So useful information. And then what we've also got, which I thought was quite interesting, and what I need to do is, well, before we find a new home, I think we'll have to take a copy of this. Look at this, Parker pens and pencils. So it gives you an illustration of you know, quite a few of the models there, and then it's Parker Duofold pens and pencils, little bit of information. And then on the back there we've got the filling instructions for the pen as well as the pencils. So a nice bit of information which I need to sort of get that copied and put it on my computer for further reference. But here's the pen in question. Hey, look at that. What a handsome fountain pen. What we've got for you here is a Parker Duofold Special. And this one, I believe, is what they term as a streamline. By looking at the end there and the end, the blind cap there, it's well, as it says, slightly streamlined. Comes in black. It's got gold plated trim, you can see there. We've got these two cap bands to the bottom of the cap. We've got the very recognisable Parker ball clip there with Parker, and then we've got some sort of a number to the top there, as you can see. And as I've just showed you, we've got this nice little cap stud to the very top of the cap. Let's show you the barrel imprint. Now the barrel imprint is a little bit worn here and there, but let's try and keep it nice and still, and hopefully it picks it up. But what we've got to the very top, it says Duofold Special. To the left, slightly worn, it has GOS Parker. Underneath that's got Toronto. And then to the right, again a little bit on the worn side, it says fountain pen, and then underneath that it has Canada. So a little bit worn, but still quite legible. The size of this pen, 128mm capped. Around the diameter of the barrel, it's a lovely 12mm in diameter. As I said, it's the Parker Duofold Special. It's not a very common pen. You don't see a great deal of them as opposed to the sort of the standard Duofolds, but this one, I believe, well, yeah, it looks very similar to the Parker Duofold Junior. The difference being, as I say, 128mm capped. It's slightly longer, so I believe it's a Duofold Senior length, but it still has the width of the Junior. But all in all, a lovely example. The only sort of, well, not a downfall, there's some sort of plating lost to the clip, but as you can see, it polishes up very well. The bands are in excellent condition. but the whole pen, I've fully restored it. It's in gorgeous condition. Now if you look at the previous video that, well, I showed you the before, and if you sort of stop it or hold it on the, where we show you very briefly the button, you'll see it was very, very dirty. And as you can see now, everything is lovely and clean. Okay, so before, all this area here, as I say, if you look at the before and you pause it, you'll see that was very, very dirty. And there's the pen in numerous different angles, fully restored, brand new sack inside, all disassembled, all cleaned, all polished, absolutely stunning example. And what we're going to be doing is looking to find a new home for this very handsome fountain pen. The date of it, I'm not too sure. I think it was introduced sort of the late 1920s, and it may have gone through to the 1930s. Now, as I say, they made these particular pens in the US as well. These, the Canadian ones, I believe, were still being made even after in the USA they were actually discontinued. So they were discontinued in the USA, but in Canada, in the Canada factory, I believe they still actually made them. This particular model I also believe came in a number of different colours, although what we're looking at here is a gorgeous classic black colour. You can see it's got this section to the top, it's got a slight sort of lip towards the nib, and if we show you the nib, again I'm using different lighting, so you know, I'm trying to get used to it, but hopefully you can see that it says Parker Duofold Pen, and then underneath to the bottom it has Canada. And then again, I don't know if you can actually see it, but to the very bottom of the nib there's what I think it looks like a letter B. It may be a number, I can't, even with my loop I can't quite, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like a letter B. It may be a number, but if it is a B, maybe somebody can tell us what that means. There's a sideways view, there's the feed underneath, and you'll notice what we've got here. Some people call it the spear feed, I call it the Christmas tree feed, because it looks like a Christmas tree, as you can see. Okay, all lovely and clean as it should be. A nice handsome pen to hold, very comfortable indeed, even with my large hands. To fill the pen, we dip the nib into the ink and we press down on the button like so, leave it immersed for around about 10 seconds until the sack fills up, and away you go, right with a lovely pen. Now I'm not going to fill it because, as I say, we're going to try and find a new home for this pen, so I'm going to leave that pleasure to the new owner. But what we'll do, it'll be interesting to see how the pen writes. I'll simply do a dip test, so let's dip it in our ink here and let's see how it writes. So what we've got is a Parker Duofold Special, dating it from the late 1920s, I don't know, maybe through to 1930s, even the 40s. If someone can give us further information, once again it's all a learning curve, and we all learn something new every day. It's writing very nicely indeed, writing with a fine line, and by applying a little bit of pressure we can get just a little bit of variation in the line. So there we have it. Now, although I'm saying, yeah, it's writing with a fine line, but with a little bit on the downward pressure, we're actually getting a nice little line variation. We're getting a broad line on the downward stroke and a fine line on the cross stroke. So let's pop the cap back on, and there we have it. A stunning example of a Parker Duofold Special in this lovely classic black colour in superb condition, looking for a new home. So there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below, don't be shy. Just below, again, give the video a thumbs up if you will, and don't forget people, please subscribe. I've got lots of other videos available, we've got others coming up I'm sure, but don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini from me in this gorgeous pen. Bye bye for now.